The nurse handed you your baby, and as soon as you took his soft and fragile body in your arms, a tear slid down from your eyes. Your son is so cute. You looked at her, and the first time in these months a smile appeared on your face. Even though it was full of pain, you looked at your son whose eyes were still closed. I know, right? You noticed that he has the same birthmark as Jungkook, and that caused pain in your heart. It will never be possible to forget him, especially when now you have his biggest memory in front of your eyes. Your family is impatient to meet you. I will call them. She walked out while you wiped your tears and you hugged your son. Slowly, everyone entered inside the room. Their faces were brightened by their smile, but only they know that the pain is still inside. But they were trying to cheer you up. Mrs. John came near you. How are you, honey? You nodded and they all looked at the little angel in your arms. They tried hard not to cry, but their eyes teared up. Mrs. John smiled softly as she looked at her grandson. A sob left from her mouth, but she got a hold of herself. My Jungkook. She carefully picked him in her arms and brought close to her chest. He resembles Jungkook. His eyes are same as him. Your mom came near you and sat beside you. Are you feeling better now? You nodded as she caressed your head lovingly. Good to hear. Jungkook finally came inside the room. He was holding himself back because he can't see your condition. Everyone was sad for what they have lost, but this little angel came as a happiness in everyone's life. Suddenly he started crying and everyone was trying to stop him from crying but failed. He wanted to be close to his mom. Give him to Ryan. Mrs. John came near you and carefully put him in your arms. What happened to my baby? Why are you crying, my boy? Although your eyes were full of tears, but you were happy to see your son. Mrs. John turned to the other side, couldn't able to control her tears. Chagi, don't cry please. We have to stay strong or else Ryan will get more weak. I can't imagine how happy Jungkook would be if he was here. He would have jumped out of excitement and tell everyone that he became a father. I can't forget that, Yobo. Yes, but now Ryan needs strength. If you're like this, imagine how she must be feeling. They both again turned and looked at you who were trying to stop your son from crying. Your mother was with you too and Jungkook also. Can I try? You slowly looked at him as he was already looking at you. You nodded and lowered your eyes. He picked him in his arms. His eyes teared up. What happened to my boy? Don't you like it here? Surprisingly, he stopped crying after a while and everyone was surprised. The little boy opened his eyes and was just looking at Jungkook. That brought a smile on Jungkook's face, but it was a painful one. You were also surprised. He might have felt his father's touch in Jungkook. That broke your heart. Everyone was happy. Why not? They both are like father figure to him. Right, Johnson? She said looking at the little boy. Your in-laws brought you in their house because they don't want to leave you alone in this condition. Johnson is still with Jungkook, and from the time he felt his uncle's touch, he's not ready to go to anyone, and not even you. He only stops crying when he's with Jungkook. Things would have been different if Junghyun was here among us, but nothing is in our hands. I'm sure Jonsol is feeling his father's touch in Jungkook. Did you see how he's not ready to go to anyone? Mr. John nodded with a weak smile. After all, Jungkook and Junghyun were twins. Most of their habits are the same. I hope Hwayan can understand this. If Jungkook is ready to be with her, and no one can give better future to both of them than Jungkook, he has the same blood and they both know each other since childhood. I can understand Hwayan's fear. How can she give Junghyun's place to someone else? No matter they both looks the same, but love is love, Jackie. I know, and I'm not saying that she should give Junghyun's place to Jungkook, but it's important to move on. She has a long life ahead. Someone has to fill that emptiness, and I think Jungkook can. Jeonsol will grow up attracting to Jungkook. He might see his father in Jungkook. That time it would be hard. Mr. John inhaled deeply and nodded. Let's try our best, but we should leave the choice on her. She looked down, doesn't want to agree to him, but she did because it's right that they can't force you. You look down sobbing terribly. No matter how much your family is trying to console you, to distract your mind, but you are not able to forget him. And now, looking at Jonsol, it breaks you more. His absence makes you more heartbroken. Jungkook came inside the room but stopped at the door when he saw you crying. His heart cried seeing your condition. He stood there watching you, but when he realized that you are crying too much, it is badly affecting your health and he can't let that happen. Can I come in? He quickly wiped your tears and got up from the floor. Jungkook came inside while Jonsol was peacefully sleeping in his arms. He came near you. Tuck him inside the crib. You carefully took him in your arms and made him lay inside the crib before pulling a soft blanket over him. You sat on the bed, which was just near his crib, and kept on looking at your son. He got so many features similar to Junghyun. I'm sure he'll going to resemble him a lot when he grows up. You swallowed the lump down from your throat, controlling your tears. Jungkook's eyes were fixed on your face. He noticed your puffy eyes and pale face. He wished he could ease that pain, but it's impossible. Did you eat anything? Not feeling hungry. You know you have to recover. If you're not thinking about yourself, then at least do it for Jonsol. There was silence for some time. Your eyes were only fixed on your son, but then a tear escaped from your eyes. If you were so happy, then why? Why does it have to be the end like this? It was already hard for me to wait for him for months to see him, but I bear that. If he doesn't want to come, then he should have taken another month. But why? Why did he come like that? You burst into tears once again while Jungkook came near you and put your head on his shoulder. I can already imagine the pain in his eyes when he has realized that he won't be able to keep his promise. It wasn't easy for him either. A loud sob left from your mouth, and without caring about anything, you cried your heart out. Jungkook looked away, controlling his tears. Why did it happen to us only? Just why? Time started to pass, and also Jonsol started to grow up. For him, Jungkook was his father, and Jungkook also got close to his nephew. Everyone was trying to convince you to get married to Jungkook, and in fact, Jungkook also confessed to you. He still has the same feelings for you, and it's not like he's taking advantage of his brother's death, but he wants to give you and Jongsul a better future. He also loved Junghyun. In fact, he always kept him over himself. And now that he left his two precious things behind, Jungkook would do anything to protect them. His love for you was still same, but it's not right in your eyes. You even told him that you don't want to become selfish. Just because now Junghyun is no more, you can't use him to get yourself a better future. But Jungkook still doesn't care. He's ready to accept you despite anything. Plus, he has built a fatherly attraction towards Jongsul, and for him, he's not less than his own son. Now he's getting to know us. I thought he would never give attention to any of us except Jungkook. You all chuckled while Mrs. John lightly pinched her grandson's cheek, who was playing on her lap. He play with everyone when his little tummy is full, right my boy? She was playing with him. It's been months since that bad news took away all the happiness from this house, but slowly everything is getting back to normal. As John Sol is growing, he's filling this house with happiness. I think Jungkook was filling his ears against all of us so that he can always stay with him. It made you laugh a little when you see Jungkook's face. He looked so done. I don't have to do that because he will still stay with me. In fact, I'm the one who tell him that it's okay. He should at least give a little attention to grandpa and grandma. Don't talk too much, okay? He's my grandson. I have more rights on him than you all, so I deserve all the love. Okay. And me and Ryan are a joke, right? You laughed and your laugh made all of them happy. I don't know about Ryan, but it can be applied to you. There was a burst of laughter, and after many months, this house feels alive. Ryan has her own special place that no one can take. He looked at you while you smiled a little. Well, one thing I'm extremely happy about is that you decided to join back to your job. Yes, I don't know if I'll continue or not, but I want to complete this year. I can't step back like this. It's already 10 months since I'm on leave. I hope you'll continue ahead. He looked down and sighed. Don't worry about Johnson. His grandparents are with him. One thing you've always feel grateful about is having such a family who support you in everything, encourage you always and treat you like a daughter. They didn't hesitate to think about getting you married to their second son. They want you to be happy always. You and Jungkook are officially together. It wasn't a proper marriage or anything, but a small ceremony among family members only. You didn't give Junghyun's place to him, but Jungkook is indeed filling that empty space in your heart. And one big role is played by your son. Somewhere he's the one who is bringing you both close. You got a little surprised to see Jungkook's car parked in front of the school main gate. He came out from it. Thank God I'm on time. I thought I would be late. You came to pick me? He looked behind you, making you a little confused. I don't think there's someone I know who lives in John Mansion. You chuckled while he smiled too. Looks like you finished your work early today. Actually, no, but suddenly I started missing Jungsu, and mom said he's also crying. I don't know what happened. Why is he crying? He shrugged his shoulders. I also don't know. Let's go and see what's wrong with that bunny. He must stop crying. He's insisting for banana milk. You sighed and shook your head. He's obsessed with banana milk. Jungkook chuckled and nodded. Same like Junghyun. Your smile faded when he mentioned his name. You're still trying to keep him in your memories but also try not to affect your current relationship because it's true that you can never forget him and he still owns that place that no one can replace although you are moving on with Jungkook. Jungkook, Jungkook really doesn't mention him much because he knows that you still loves him and that sometimes upset him not because he doesn't want you to remember Jungkook but he also wants a special place in your heart. You're becoming a bad boy, huh? Why do you trouble grandma? He made a baby sound, flashing a wide smile, showing his teeth that are still growing, and quickly crawled towards Jungkook before climbing in arms, while Jungkook laughed and hid his son in his embrace. Oh no, what's happening? Is Mama scolding my bunny? He looked at him with his big doe eyes and nodded. Bring it here, Jungkook. He's getting mischievous these days. Jungkook looked at him while he shook his head, making both of you laugh, but you try to control as you like playing with him. He's growing so fast. Mama is wrong. I know, Bunny. My son is such a good boy. Yes, same like you. Jungkook laughed a little. Suddenly, you both looked at your son who just uttered his first word and you both were so surprised. Did he just? He quickly jumped on the bed and came near him while Jungkook was also surprised because he also heard him saying Dada. Jonsul, say it again, baby. Jonsul smiled and as this was the first word he said clearly, he started repeating it. Tears filled up in his eyes. His first word. You looked at him while he smiled at you. You kissed your son multiple times and hugged him. Tears fell from your eyes. My baby. Jungkook smiled. Now I am confirmed that I am his favorite. You looked at him. Just because he said Dada, don't be so happy. Why not? Babies always say the name of their favorite parent first and he said Dada. You rolled your eyes. Jonsul, did he say Mama also? He was looking at you and his lips were curling up as if he's trying to say that word. And he finally said it too, while your happiness was on cloud 9.